Hi, y'all. Welcome to Toke Talk, episode 12. We over here, everybody's been feigning like we've been in the tabernacle. So, I hope, y'all like the tabernacle. I was raised in the tabernacle. No. I wish it was on the front of the road. But we got some interesting things we're going to cover this week. Also, we have very special guests, Miss Carey Leigh in the house. She's going to be coming in and talking. I'll toke it up and she'll talk it up. She'll help me get back on track. I love it because most of the men that do not smoke with me still forget what they're talking about during the interview, and I have to get them back on track. So sit back and relax and light one up, and if it's about life, love, and all things 420, it's here. We want to give a big old shout out to, we got a couple of sponsors, and we've got a few more meetings very soon. We've got Bowling Springs Tobacco and Vape, and that's next door to Manny's. Yeah. They keep me where I can light my smokables, and when I see something pretty that I want to smoke out of. And Reggie. Look at Reggie. Reggie's my new friend. I said I was going to put him out for trick-or-treating candy, but I was afraid somebody was going to steal him on the porch, so I did. We also got Village Food Truck Park out of Fletcher, North Carolina. Yeah, Mr. Sonny Carter outdid himself again. And we ain't going to talk about tater tots. That was a whole nother episode right there on the tater tots. And always a big thank you to Smoky Bear Hemp Company and Music Holler for hosting our shenanigans, and for Miss Jackie just smiling all the time. Thank you. Woo-hoo. All right. I usually don't do this first segment, but this week has taken a month to go by, so I decided I'm going to start off with strain of the week this week. We got blue cookies, y'all. Oh.
Usually that's a bad thing.
No, that's blue waffle. That's blue waffle. That is not blue cookies.
Wait, that's a really bad thing.
Anyway, yeah, that's a really bad thing. That's medical. You can go Google that later. Well, blue cookies is 24% THCA and a 4% CBD. 4 out of 5 suggested they prefer joints over bowls. And I'm going with, this is a cross between Blue Dream and Girl Scout cookies. Am I correct? Because it is a hybrid. See, listen to that. Like, I can't remember algebra, but I can figure that out. So there's that. So come on down to Smoky Bears over here in Greer on O'Neill Road. Man, that'll smoke the whole place up. Glory. We don't need no fog machine, Jeff. I'll just smoke on the stage on Saturday. That'll be fine. And get you a couple of grams of that. How did we do last week on, was it Dubin poison? Dirt. Listen, I get high and I make up new words. So how did we do on that one last week? Selling. Did we do good? Sold out in 3 days. Well, let's go for 2 because we got a festival on Saturday that we got to plan for, y'all. Also, we started something a couple of weeks ago. I called it foraging, but because my accent is so thick, I decided I probably shouldn't say that word because it sounds like something else at times. So I'm going to call this segment Wild Eating. How about that? Wild Eating. Yeah. Exactly. It ain't much better, but at least you can hear what I am saying. So he's like, I am intrigued. Like, I got new watchers and viewers now just because of that one new thing. Yep. All right. So this week in the yard, I think I overdid it. And my house is still a wreck. I didn't get all my work done in the house because of playing in the yard. Jeff, you rolled this thing tight, Bubba. Good job. Anyway, so this week I picked up a whole bunch of stuff. Purple dead nettle that literally grows in about everybody's yard. And bees love it. I made 64 vials of tincture out of it because that's how me and Lance a little overdid our picking this week in his garden when him and his friend literally picked me 5-gallon buckets of this stuff, and me and everybody were on the porch looking like green beans, but it was weeds. So this is good for anti-inflammatory. It's also antifungal and antibacterial. I've been taking this in the morning and at night in my bone broth now. Usually this time of the year, I can't see because my eyes are so swollen shut, and I haven't even had sneezing fits like I do all the time. It's great for allergies. And so we've started doing all this stuff at the house. Dandelion root this week I got. It's a appetite stimulant and improves liver and gallbladder function. Look, Carey Leigh's looking at me like I have lost my mind. See, I stopped singing, and I had become a mountain woman. I don't know what's wrong.
That dandelion root, that's what the natives used to chew on when they had
digestive problems.
Mm-hmm.
Also, this is called a shrimp rusula. It's not really good for anything. It's just edible, and it's actually really good. I picked a whole bucket full, and we had some with steaks, and we sauteed it with butter, and it was delicious. Even my picky 11-year-old was asking, can we go get more? So that was pretty cool. Also, plantain major. I didn't bring a sample with me on that, but that was, it helps colds and coughs and flu-like symptoms. And the girls have kind of been feeling sick this week, so I went out and gathered some of that, made a tea out of it, and they're not sick anymore. We got some, I picked some moss this week, and that's also good for digestive and heartburn. I also found wild garlic and some wild onions. And Miss Shirley has been trying to get me to venture out in my jelly. That's all first time I ever done jelly. We made it out of rose petals, and she asked me for something spicy. So this actually turned out amazing. I did a mango and chili infused jelly. It turned out amazing. And fresh strawberries and fresh mint from the garden and infused together. And so we did a combo, and we've got one more setting up at home that I did of pineapple and jalapenos. So that one's still setting up. It needs a little bit more because it's got a little bit more sugar than everything else does. But go out in your yard. It's funny how they say that God gives us the medicine we need. It's just right out our back door. And it's funny. I look like a witchy voodoo woman trying to make. That's what my best friend called me today. She said, "What are you trying to concoct and put a spell on this time?" But we've actually been in great health around the house, and nobody's been to the doctor or missed a day of school in the past 2 months, have they? So we're going to keep on wild eating. I'm just kidding. All right. We got one last thing before Miss Carey Leigh joins us over here, and that is our big to-do on Saturday. If you haven't heard, I don't know what rock you're living under. I hope you say hey to SpongeBob for me while you're there, though. But on 420 this Saturday is going to be the big old Smoky Bear Music Festival. And they got a bunch of bands. Music starts at 11, goes to 10. I think at 30 vendors. Is that correct? Is it? I know they keep adding, so we're almost up at 50 now. All kinds, moonshiners galore, food trucks. We'll probably paint your face if you pay us enough. So you just, we'll do whatever you want us to do. No, don't. We'll do kiss makeup, face paint. If you see a random tent with a sketchy sign, please do not go. Please don't. So enter at your own risk. Dirty Grass Soul's one of the headliners. Also, if you haven't heard of Marcus Puckett and the 8 Second Ride, they are absolutely amazing. They're out of Bristol, correct? Yeah. Reedy River String Band. Hey, I'm going to even be there. But you got to get up early for me because I got things to do and people to talk to for the rest of the day because Toke Talk's going to be there interviewing. And I got to have me a Smilf t-shirt before I get there. Stoner Mom. We're hashtagging that one, so we can go walk around and do interviews. But if you haven't got it yet, we're putting the website in the comments. Eventbrite.com/Smoky Bear Music Fest. They're $20 right now, $20 at the gate. And it's going to be on Punkintown Highway in Pickens. You got to be there. Yeah, it's going to be amazing. Also, Jeff and one of the moonshiners, say that again? Richard Landry. Is going to be on Fox 21 on Friday morning.
Friday morning, 10:30.
All right, you people ain't got a job. Got to get up 4:11. They're going to get on at 10:30 and do a little bit more rubbing elbows about this Saturday's event. You got to be there. It's one of the first in like the Southeast, right? Yeah, so be there. All right, so we've got Miss Carey Leigh this week. All right. Oh, you are my second girl. I'm about tired of some of these boys.
Wait, who was first one?
Miss Brooklyn Brady?
Brady.
Yeah, but that's her last name.
Oh,
She's the Alice
yeah,
Drive.
from Alice Drive.
Yes.
Yeah. Mhm.
So I've already proposed to her several times
Oh,
now.
yeah.
Yes. I love her dearly.
Yeah.
And but
I think she does a lot of foraging too.
she does.
Or just from what I see on Facebook.
Yeah,
So.
so it's funny, like that's all our text messages are back and forth.
Oh,
Look
that's
what I
awesome.
found today. Look what I found today. But she's amazing, and poor little Prismo. We got him a little high as a kite.
Oh
He-
my God.
He couldn't even talk no more. He just smiled the rest of the whole thing. But she carried it on. They was
Just
precious,
staring.
and their harmonies are just
Oh, cool.
amazing. Have you ever got to see them?
I haven't. I've just seen him on Facebook.
Oh.
She bought a painting from me.
Oh,
but-
did you?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
She lives in a remodeled school bus.
That's so badass.
Yeah, it is. It is
Mhm.
awesome. Could you get mine? I meant to bring mine up. I was like, dadgum, she's got a big old
Yeah.
tank up
Got it in
here.
my car.
Well, and you ain't even got cotton mouth yet. All right. If you don't know much about Miss Carey Leigh, we dive in just a little bit, and I'm gonna make her sing for me.
Oh Lord, I'm so nervous. I don't
don't
know
be
why.
nervous.
I don't know why. I
Well,
am.
it's probably me because I just. That's
You-
what Tribble says. He said, "You make people nervous." I'm like, "Oh, great, thanks." No.
Well, you are super talented.
Oh, you're crazy.
yeah, and your
No.
voice is amazing. So it's
No.
it's hard to stand next to your light sometimes.
Oh, don't say things
Mm.
like that. What have I said to you on telephone several times?
Yes, I know.
You have something very different than everybody else, completely different, and that's okay because that's what they're gonna try to tear you down with.
Mhm.
But that's also the thing that they're scared of. So,
Yeah, that's
so
true.
always remember that.
Thank you for saying
Yeah,
that.
I've said it several times to you. Don't you ever get down.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's my job. I get down. I keep y'all up. That's the way this is supposed to go. How long have you been playing?
Well, shit. I got my first guitar. My dad bought it for me when I was in the 7th grade, and I haven't progressed much since then
Me
with the
neither.
guitar playing. So I hate
neither.
to tell people that because it sounds like a long time, but like I'm still like I'm not the best picker, but
Oh, I'm not either.
Yeah,
I'm a
good.
steady rhythm player. That's
yeah,
it.
I can do rhythm.
That's it.
That's what I have Tim for.
Yeah.
Who we play together in the Cashmere Possums, and
I'll pull that.
he is incredible. Best guitar player I've ever heard.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just amazing, and I'm so lucky that we got to cross paths. But
He's a sweetheart. He did make me blush at Tim's birthday party. He walked over. I walked off stage, and he said, "When I grow up, I'm gonna marry you." And I was like, "Oh my God, when I grow up." And but he's got a very kind soul.
oh yeah, he's a very special person.
Yeah.
So.
Now, where did y'all meet?
Lord, I went out to Powdersville to hear Billy Don
Oh,
Burns.
Burns.
Yeah, at the Powdersville pub
Yep.
before it closed down. God, I guess that was 2 years ago. Whenever he was there, and Tim, I guess he knew me from Facebook, and he came up to me and he said, "Hey, I saw that you were looking for a guitar player, and he said, I have some availability, so if you need somebody, just holler at me. And I said, okay, well, I got a show next Thursday. You want to come back?
That's me. Okay.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, sure. So ever since then, we started playing and clicking together. And the first time we played, like I knew, like, okay, we're gonna be a thing. So.
Yeah, just clicked.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I like that when you don't have to push to make it work,
Mm-hmm.
or like I tell my bass player all the time. I said, I love you because you play what I hear in my head, and I don't ever have to tell you.
Yeah.
Like it just happens.
Yeah, that's how Tim is. He'll just put in like a riff or a fill, and he's so good at it. It's just so natural to him, so it works.
Yeah, we had him a couple of. It's been a while.
He might have been one of your first ones.
Yeah,
I think.
It was, but goodness, time's really gone by fast. We're already going towards the end of April.
Mm-hmm. I remember he called me after that, and he said, "Lord, Carey, I got so high."
I have video footage. We do like after party, not long after, and we jam and stuff all together off camera. And I don't know what happened and how it happened, but for good 3 to 5 minutes, I was Morticia Adams and he was Gomez, and we were reenacting scenes of the Adams family, and Shirley was back there just filming.
Well,
and
no wonder he wants to marry.
I was like, well, Lord have mercy. That was way after. I was like, next morning I said, Tim, we did get high, didn't we? we gotta go back and see what that strain of the week was. That's a good one right there. You done got Tim right there. So what was your influences growing up?
Well, growing up, I actually listened to a bunch of like punk music, like in high school.
Oh, don't worry.
Lance went to the same high school as me.
I just found that out last week.
Yeah, we were
cross
talking.
Country.
Yeah,
and I said, what?
Yeah.
Like, this is the first time I'm just hearing about this.
Yeah. And so I was into like alternative music. And I kind of still carry that into the song selection and the style that I play now. So I really liked like classic rock. I hate to say emo, but yeah, I'm right there with you. I love the emo stuff. And then as I started getting older, for some reason I started gravitating towards country. I heard
because we wanted to stay out of fights.
Yeah. I started listening to Patsy Cline, and she's my favorite. Everybody thinks, well, I do love Dolly Parton too, but Patsy just has
she has a cry in her throat.
Yes, and she can go from so low to those highs, and it's so beautiful. And so I've always been drawn to her. And my grandmother passed away before I was born, so I never got to know her. And then one day out of the blue, like just a few weeks ago, I asked my dad, I was like, Dad, who was Grandma's favorite singer? And he said it was Patsy Cline.
Aww.
So I think that's kind of her connection with me. And I think that's why I'm so drawn to it. And then I remember the first time I heard George Jones. We were up in Pigeon Forge at Margaritaville in the gift shop, and I was looking at t-shirts or whatever, and they had a band playing, and the guy started singing "He Stopped Loving Her Today." And I like put the t-shirt down. I was like, what the hell? Like, I loved it. So I went home and I looked it up, and I was crying because it's such a beautiful song. And I was like, oh my God, I love this. So he is my favorite male country singer. Yeah. He's a big
well, that's another one with a different voice.
There is not another voice like George Jones. Like you listen to The Race Is On, or White Lightning.
Definitely.
Just the way he could manipulate his vocals, I
think that was just the alcohol that made it was just
$2
like when he you had the hiccups when you get drunk.
How he could do
that's how he sung. Like,
And I don't know. I like the unique sound that he has, and I think he's the best. Tim always argues that with me about who the best country singer is, but in my mind or in my world, he's the best, and that's why I named the cashmere possums after him.
Yeah,
because they call him
the possum. Did you ever get to see him?
Oh no,
No.
I wish I had. He really does look like a possum. If you look at him, because his eyes are so close together, and that little nose.
Oh Lord.
Yeah.
I bet that was a sight to see him riding that lawnmower.
Oh my God. I wanted to, there's a t-shirt going around with him riding the lawnmower on it. I gotta get that.
I see you and Jason Fricks wearing that.
Oh my God.
I don't know why, but
Can
I see
I tell
that.
you about Jason Fricks?
Let me prepare myself. But you go ahead.
So last year we got invited to play this country club out in Burnsville. And when I say fancy, just imagine.
Oh, a real country club, not our kind of.
Oh, not like Bowling
Gotcha.
Country Club.
Listen,
The
our
real
country club, our
Yeah.
country clubs are not that.
It had its own airfield, and everybody there was like a pilot, and they had their own like little airplanes or whatever.
How'd y'all get invited to this thing?
I played some show in Asheville when I lived in Asheville, and the lady liked me that books for the country club, and so she invited me to come play.
That's nice.
So I'm talking about, there were towels in the bathroom, and they
real
were
towels.
engraved.
Oh,
Yeah, they were legit. So I have on like my nicest dress. I told him, wear a suit. I told him all to dress up.
What did Tim show up in?
No, Tim, he looked real nice. He had a black long sleeve black shirt and black
Good job,
pants.
Tim.
And then Jason Frick showed up, and he had a Dale Earnhardt t-shirt on and blue jeans and his little hat. And I said, "You brought something else, right?"
Yeah,
And
Jaeger. That's what he brought.
He just stared at me. He's like, "I'm sorry," because he didn't have a change of clothes. No, Lord, no. But
did they let him in?
They did.
Well,
he was hiding behind the drum set. So, but it was hilarious because we were all wearing.
Fricks.
Yeah. And he had that Dale Earnhardt. He said, "Well, he's from North Carolina, so I wanted to represent."
I love him.
Yeah.
I love him. I love him.
That was a fun night.
So, what was the moment that you knew you wanted to do music?
Oh God. I had been playing, like in my bedroom or whatever. And then I moved to Asheville. And I was in this relationship with this guy, blah, blah, blah. It was horrible.
What year is
broke
this?
My heart. COVID.
Okay. So around 2020?
Yep. So anyway, I started writing songs like while we were dating. And then after, it was a really bad breakup. And so after we broke up, I wrote... I guess to help kind of ease the pain of the breakup. So
it works.
Yeah,
it does.
It really does. And
sometimes it'll piss you off then.
Yeah. And my dad has a band, so he would let me sing with him sometimes. And I kind of thought, well, maybe I could do it by myself. So I can't even remember my first solo show, but I was so nervous. I was shaking like a leaf. And then I just kept getting booked from then.
Yeah.
So I guess it was around 2021. And I guess what really got me to perform was the release of emotions that I had, because it was really cathartic. And now it's kind of addicting. Like when you play, you just want to keep playing.
Well, that's what I tell them sometimes. I'm like, when I'm getting ready, I'm like, I do not want to go. I just don't want to go. I just want to go to bed. Can we not go? And then like it's the getting there part for me, and the work up. But when I start playing and get lost, and I'm like, I don't want to do this all the time.
Yeah,
and then you got to pack up. I'm like, I never want to do this again.
Sucks. Yeah.
But, thank goodness for some big old boys.
Yeah.
And dollies.
Oh yeah, no, I'm
No.
not that big. I don't have that much equipment. So it's just me and Tim. But yeah, it is addicting, and I do love to perform. But getting to the show, like even now, like
I
in
find
my
every
car, I
excuse.
was like, oh my god, I'm so nervous. That's why I usually have some Jim Beam.
Ooh, glory.
Mhm.
See, what is up with us women? He's got some.
Do you have some?
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah!
And it's funny how we all all the women drink something different in the music scene. Roshana was straight fireball.
Oh my god.
Leanne is straight tequila.
Mm.
I'm straight Jaeger, and you are Jim Beam.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I wouldn't mess with none of us. No, you get 4 drunk women in the back of an
Oh
Uber
my
trying to get
God.
home.
Yes, that'd be hilarious. But yeah,
I'd try it once if y'all go. So about 4 years now, you've been kind of doing your own thing.
God, yeah,
Has it went by that fast
it
for you?
has. Yeah, when you said it like that, like holy shit. Yeah.
Hush
that's
your
what-
mouth, lady.
Mm.
Let's see. This is my 9th year.
Really?
So alone.
Well, I
Yeah,
heard your
when-
name even when I was living in Asheville.
I'm sorry. That's probably my
I heard
police
Lucretia.
record.
Yeah. No. No, just that's how talented you were. So I got to come down and meet you. Like, oh my
No,
God.
it's just because when you meet me, you will not forget me singing or talking. Either way.
Singing
Either
and
way. Hey, I got gigs. How do you care? So what made you move to Asheville? Since you're originally from Chesney area.
I so yeah, I'm from Chesney, and I started dating this guy. He lived in Asheville, so
We bent.
about
Gotcha.
2019. I moved up there and lived with him. It was only like 9 months.
And then you came back to like downtown Spartanburg, correct?
Yes, I stayed in Asheville for about 3 years, and I've met some good friends and played some good shows. But Asheville is
different.
It's different and it's expensive, and I was struggling to make ends meet, so I came back to Spartanburg, where it's way cheaper.
Oh yeah, way cheaper.
Yeah, and I kind of missed home a little bit, so I got a little apartment in downtown Spartanburg.
We lived less than a mile away from each other.
I know.
Never
We
got
never
together.
got together.
We kept talking about it.
Yeah, and Leanne like works.
Yeah, right.
Downtown. Yeah.
Within walking distance.
We should have gone out for lunch.
And now me and Leanne are in Landrum, and now you've moved.
Yep. No, I'm in Hendersonville.
So we're close again.
Mhm.
So we all migrated.
Yes. Uh-huh.
I wouldn't change it.
No,
Nah.
I do like
downtown was
Spartanburg.
yeah
Yeah, but it's
for a little while.
They're doing like the baseball field and all that crap now.
Yeah, that's
like,
that's where I was living. Yeah,
Oh, really?
yeah. So all that it was, and they were going to make all the residential go up to code. Do you know how horrible that was going to be? Oh, you can't have a bonfire in the city, and you can't have a pig. Although I had both, I never got fined. Praise, thank the Lord. So what's the difference that you see in the music scene from here and there? Any differences for you?
Asheville is really, really big on originals. They do like covers, but they're a little bit more. Well, I hate to say supportive of original music. That's just what they kind of want.
Yeah, they kind of want.
Yeah,
They're like I already heard I heard that before playing up that way. Like we don't want covers. We've got that album at home. I'm like, oh, thank you, got that.
Yeah. So it's I feel like it's kind of different here because when you play covers, that's kind of how you get your tips. But up in Asheville, it's a little different.
Yeah.
They like
arts.
They like the arts. They like unique stuff. That stands out from the crowd.
Unique is the word.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
I went up there and went to Mellow Mushroom for my first experience.
Oh,
just walking down the street. Now me, I'm like well, we're the same. We're all the same age. So, we're like hippie and hood. We were raised on Tupac and Metallica and Green Day and all that like that. So we went stupid, and then all of a sudden we wound up in country. So
I
I fully get it. What would you say that your current genre is, or would you categorize it in anything?
I would like for us to be more rockabilly.
Yeah.
That's kind of how I envisioned it. Because we play stuff like 16 tons. It has that, that beat to it that I love. Yeah, I guess it's more rockabilly, classic,
Yeah.
country, and we do covers.
I like that.
But they're not what you hear on the radio.
Yes,
we do our own
exactly.
little, yeah.
That's why I told you, you had me on the edge of my seat at Moonlight just because of 16 tons, and then it was the bargain store.
The bargain store,
and
yeah.
it was when I was like, how did your parents are old too? Like that's what I wanted. I was like, because that's what I grew up on was cassettes. Daddy was just obsessed with Dolly Parton, and so we went to Dollywood for every family vacation.
Oh my God, I love Dollywood.
And we're gonna listen to every Dolly tape he's ever got, and all the way up there.
Yeah.
And if we went to the beach, we had to listen to the Beach Boys. That's just the way Daddy worked. So I get it. How many projects are you currently? I know you got Cashmere Possums.
Yeah.
You do a solo.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else?
No, that's all I got right now. And Tim, he's so good. He's got.
He's like mayonnaise. He just spread wild. I can't do all that.
I see him on Facebook. He's playing with all kind of.
I don't know where that come from.
People.
It was perfect.
And he's in the Tim Lee band, Faulty Flowers.
If they're playing Saturday as well.
Yeah, they're playing Saturday, and I can't remember all the. I'm feel blessed that he graces me with his presence.
Oh, he is. He's a sweetheart. He really is.
But I do either the Possums or solo, and I'm getting more into art now. I used to do it a lot in high school, and
y'all, she's amazing. I've been like some of the now. It's like not mountains and fields and rivers by no means.
Yeah,
but I love it.
I'll get you a possum print.
It is the detail work is it's almost 3D. It's beautiful.
It's very it's like music for me when I paint. So I've got a little Etsy shop now called Possum Print Studio, where you can buy prints of my artwork. Because there for a while I quit a job a few months ago, and you were so kind to give me advice on that. And so there for a while, I didn't have anything lined up. So
don't blame me for your life now. I'm just kidding.
No, you were just the words that you said were very comforting. And so I just started painting just to feel productive. I'm like, you know what? I might try to sell some of these. Yeah. So
she just came out of the healthcare field, and I done the healthcare field and of all forms. And it takes a very strong person, and even that person sometimes still it comes. I had a breaking point and had to take few weeks off here and there.
Yeah.
And then COVID happened, and I was like, this is my exit. Goodbye. And I've been fine as mommy, you know?
Yeah, I couldn't do, because you're a CNA, and I wasn't a CNA, but I did like activities and stuff.
Yeah, I would tell everybody, please do not ask me how my day went.
Yeah.
You do not want to know things I had to do today.
I can't imagine what CNAs and nurses, like, I could never. That is such a hard field, like.
Well, I did, and this was sad. Like I was specialized in the dementia field, and I think this is where I got my mental disability because with dementia patients, you go on their reality.
Oh, yeah, you gotta go.
And I mean, we was making up stories left and right, and I was like, well, I kind of like their reality. It's a whole lot better than what's going on right now.
Yeah.
So shoot, I'll talk to you. I don't even care.
Lord,
you know.
Yeah, and you know, you try not to laugh at some of the shit that they say. It's so funny.
Oh, and the stuff they do to each other, like, you cannot, get back in here. Yeah. That's not your husband. Yes, she's your husband.
Yeah, that happens a lot. Holy hell, you wouldn't think that.
Like, come back this way, Gertrude.
Yeah, like I think one of the last days before I quit, we were in the cafeteria, and one lady walked in and she said, "Oh Lord, the Americans are here." And then she walked out.
Oh, I had some. I mean, they'd hide from you. They'd lock you out. I mean,
Mhm.
and laugh at you. And I was like, okay, this is the way I'm going. So I know what I'm going to be when I get old. I'm going to bite my CNA. If this
Yeah.
is what I had to go through, whoever's mine, I'm sorry. I'm just
Well,
going to bite you.
that's why I really like how you're doing natural medicine, because I think the way our healthcare system
Mhm.
is now, like, it's really good at keeping our bodies kind of
Yes.
lingering, but our
Yes.
minds go. And I think food is medicine, and
Yes,
like we can
definitely.
find cures.
We've got a big garden we've planted, but like with the having cancer twice and having the stroke. Now I was a whole lot bigger at one point in life, little baby Shamu, and that's the phase I call it anyway. And so I lost weight, and I thought, okay, this will help my, improve my health. But the medicines that they were putting me on were killing me. Like I was still just so sluggish.
Mhm.
So, and I was like, 6 years ago, I was on 18 pills 3 times a day.
Oh my god!
And now I only take 3 pills once a day.
Mhm.
And I don't even take vitamins anymore. I use the spices like you cook with.
Yeah.
And I make bone broth instead of coffee every morning.
Yeah.
It wakes me up
Really,
a whole lot
it wakes
better.
you up.
And I can drink it at night, and it helps me go to sleep because it's just warm.
Yeah.
And literally, I've had a lot more better days than bad days. Like I was having about 4 bad days a week.
Oof.
And with my daughter having the problem she has, this has been amazing.
Yeah.
And so
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I think Megan Scott Wise from the Barnyard Stompers had a similar experience, because I think that she also had cancer.
Yeah, she did.
I just briefly saw it on Facebook, but
and her and I have spoke about that, and I kind of got the idea from her because Casey makes their hot sauce.
Oh yeah.
And so it's out of all stuff that they grow, and so that's what I'm trying to get back to. If we don't grow it or raise it, chickens, everything. So if we don't feed it, I don't want to eat it.
Yeah.
So,
that's awesome.
But I want to heal my body again. So this is the whole world's out to get us. The fast food, everything's going to kill you eventually.
Yeah, everything's got plastic in it.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So what you got coming up?
Okay, so Thursday, this week is really busy. It's not normally like this, but Thursday.
And I bothered her on this week. I picked her this week.
Right. Thursday, Tim and I are at the Mills River Brewery in Mills River.
Okay.
It's in the middle of nowhere. I thought I was lost, and you'll probably will too if you go there. But it's beautiful. So we're there from 6 to 9, and then Friday I'm at Bear Wallow Provision Company in Grenton, North Carolina. I gotta be honest with that.
Girl, that was a whole mouthful. I would have stumbled all across.
I know. I had to think for a second.
Woo.
And I have not been there yet, so it's my first time there. I'm really excited about it.
Don't forget GPS.
Oh my God. Yeah, I've got a story about that too. And then Saturday, I'm hoping to come out for a little bit to the festival, and then I'm playing at Outside Brewery in Chesnee from 6 to 9.
6 to 9.
Mm-hmm.
And y'all can go. We've put where to get in touch with Miss Carey Leigh in the comments, so you can click on there, and she keeps all her dates on Facebook. Well, hey, we all try. Sometimes I'm like, oh yeah, by the way, I'm playing today.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I do that a lot.
But we all have lives, so I'm thankful for the friends that we do have that completely understand it and get that.
Yes.
So what do you see in the future for you?
I like to play as much as I can, play with Tim for as long as he wants to do it. And we did record an album, and last year have not released it.
Are we talking of a release?
Everything's mixed, mastered. It was with Studio 101.
Yeah, I've worked with Brad before.
Yeah, and just have not haven't gotten the courage to release it yet because it's scary.
It is. It
Yeah,
is. That's your
and-
baby.
And
Yeah.
it, I don't know. I just get in my head about it. So
Yeah.
one day
I
I'll
get
release
you.
it. Yeah.
I got you.
Mhm.
Well, we're going to get you to play us a song. And
Oh,
I'm going
Lord.
to do one with you because you asked me.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to tell everybody bye and let you end us off. How's that sound?
Oh, okay.
Stay right there. 1 minute. 1 minute. Yeah, 1 minute. 1 minute. Yeah. Thank you. 2 minutes. Or call me. Call me. Call me. Okay. Yes. Yes. And these two.
Oh, sweet.
See,
Thank you.
there's been an emergency in the crowd. Everybody's leaving. No, everybody ain't leaving. The jelly is flying off the shelves. Did you see that? All right. What we gonna do, me and you? We picked.
Do you want me to do Black Bear first and we
Well-
end with that one?
Well, now I'm gonna get off of here.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
getting out of your way so you
Oh,
can be all
Lord.
pretty and be seen.
Oh my God. Okay.
And I don't know if y'all see the way she is dressed. I've been sitting here trying to figure out how I can get her attention away so I can steal
Oh
her
my
shirt
God.
off her back.
I got my boyfriend got this for me.
You were always
Amazon.
cute as a button,
Oh my
though, even
God.
with your dresses and your heels.
It's part. I don't know. Sometimes I feel like I have to have a little Dolly Parton when I perform.
Well,
So
see,
think
I
that
feel
she-
like I just look like I played dressed up in my mama's closet compared to some of y'all. I'm just like, is that me? That might be me. I just throw whatever.
Oh my God.
Well, we're going to sing a little Seminole.
Yeah.
Ever since the days were old, been in search for wealth and gold. Take the silver and pick for gold, leave the empty holes. Way down south in the Everglades, where the black water rolls and the summer sways. Eagles fly and the otters play in the land of the Seminoles. Blow, blow, Seminole wind, blow like you're never gonna blow again. Coming to you like a long lost friend, I know who you are. Blow, blow, across the Okochee, all the way up to Mississippi. Blow across the Seminoles, alligators in the dark. Progress came and took its toll, with the name of blood control. There were plans and paper plans, now the blades are going dry. Last time I walked in the swamp, stood up on the cypress song. Listen close and I heard the folks, don't see the bride. Blow, blow, Seminole wind, blow like you're never gonna blow again. Coming to you like a long lost friend, I know who you are. Blow, blow, across the Okochee, all the way up to Mississippi. Blow across the Seminoles, the alligators in the dark.
Yeah. Yeah,
Lord,
yeah,
it is
yeah.
hot up here now.
Yeah,
isn't
it is. It gets you sweating.
Woo.
Get you sweating. So, thank you so much for joining us. I appreciate it more than you ever
Yes,
know.
thanks for
It was
letting me
good
come up.
seeing you.
Yeah.
Hey, this is my excuse to get my friends to come visit me now. When I can't during the day, y'all gotta come here.
Oh my God.
But again, thank you to our sponsors, Village Food Truck Park, Bowling Springs Tobacco and Vape next door to Mammy's. And always Smoky Bear Cannabis Company Music Holler. And y'all give it up for a big special thank you to Carey Leigh. Yeah. Next week's guest is going to be Justin Crosley from the Peacemakers. And again, I want to give a big old thank you to Lance, Harley, and Brandon for everything they do each week to help me and put this craziness on. They just make me talk. Even though Lance will talk from out there. He don't care where he talks from. We all know that, though. But join us next week. And Carey Leigh's going to finish us out. What's this one called?
Black Bear. It's on our Facebook page.
Y'all check her out. Check her out on every project. If it's everything, life, love, and music, and 420, it's us here at Toke Talk. We love you.
Now, Tim normally does this part, so I'm sure I'm going to mess it up. Oh, shoot. See, I messed it up. This is the first song that I ever wrote. Yeah, and I still can't play it. I've been playing it for 5 years and still haven't got it down.
You came crashing down in the dark. I grabbed a hold, we tumbled to the ground. I miss you so, it hurts my heart. Especially when the full moon comes around. If what she says is true, I find my way back to you somehow. I've been tracking you for quite some time. And where you head, I just don't know. But if you put your hand in mine, I'll follow you wherever you will go. And if you can't be tamed, would you still blame me for trying? So if you put your trust in me, I'll slowly pull the air from your back. It might take some time, I may see that people aren't always all that bad. You lift your haunted eyes, life will take you by surprise sometime. You lift your haunted eyes, life will take you by surprise sometime.
Thanks, y'all.